are officially in the monsoon. That means stormy weather can happen anytime before the storm starts. You need to get your home ready. Thomas Bechtel of Ace Hardware is here, and he is going to help us. Good to see you today.
Good to see you, Destry. Thank you.
All right, let's start with the number one thing we need to do to get ready for the monsoon.
Well, it's unbelievably simple, and it's just a matter of using your head and planning ahead. What you don't want to do is wait until the monsoon is upon you, the fury of the storm, and all the confusion. It's best to start in advance. And there's a number of ways to do that, and we're going to talk about some of those today.
Okay, I was telling you in my neighborhood last year, I mean, trees down everywhere. So what is your advice as far as securing trees?
Well, trees are the #1 cause of damage to homes, cars, and people, so it is important to secure them. The younger trees can't take it. They need to be secured at a young age.
Okay, and you have one right here that you brought. Why don't you show us exactly what we should be doing?
Sure. What you're looking at, or what you just saw on screen, was a tree out of our parking lot, but this is what was done by the crews to prop it up. We start with a couple of long poles. These are normally 8 foot long, and that's in order for the tree to grow over time. These are called lodge poles.
Okay.
They get driven into the ground in a slight V fashion. Then from there, there's utility wire that's wrapped around the pole through some garden hose to cradle the tree, and it'll allow it to grow over time. And this is very durable. These will last through the life of the tree, at least to the point where you need to take them off, and it goes for about $15 or so to put this up.
And you can get them at Ace.
You can get those at your local Ace Hardware store. The associates will be glad to help you. There are less expensive versions. This particular one goes for about $5. Not quite as durable, but it does a good job as well.
Okay, great. So that's something to keep in mind. You also brought some things in maybe for the older trees.
Yeah, as the trees begin to mature, medium-sized, large-sized trees, they need to be pruned in such a way that there's less resistance against the wind.
Okay.
Smaller branches can be done with hand pruners that you see here. These go for about $8 to $11, but they're good for the smaller branches.
Oh, okay.
Once you get up to larger trees, you need something with more power that's going to have reach.
Those are some big.
This is called a lopper. And
a whopper?
A lopper?
A lopper.
You can call it a whopper. It's a lopper.
It looks like a whopper.
It's got a lot of reach, so you can go high, and it's a lot of power behind it to cut those larger branches. But on the larger trees, you're going to most likely not be able to reach the branches. So you need to go with something even bigger. And that's this unit that you see here. It's also available at your local Ace Hardware store. This is called a tree pruner. And it's on the end of a long telescoping pole.
Okay.
It lets you reach about 16 feet. And this particular one is a combination unit. Not only does it have the tree saw built into it, it has a lopper as well. It's remote controlled through the rope.
Okay, and they're pretty affordable too, so I think that's nice. You also say, you know, have flashlights around.
Yes. The next thing to be concerned about is inside the home with power failures and potential power surges.
Okay.
Power failures are more of a nuisance than anything. They really don't cause a lot of trouble unless it goes into the nighttime.
Okay.
Night times, when the accident occurs, you can trip over things. By all means, don't light candles. Have flashlights such as these. At Ace, we literally have dozens of flashlights. They range from $4 all the way up to about $15.
And have batteries too.
They have batteries, and that's the problem, Destry. The batteries can wear out on you. So you need to be prepared. This particular unit that I'd like to show you is a unit that doesn't take batteries, and my son is fascinated with this.
I have one of those. Those are great.
You can hand power it with a crank, and it'll give you literally hours of light, and it's got an emergency beacon in it as well, so you can signal for help. This can be seen up to a mile.
That's really affordable.
$16.
Okay, what is this really quick?
This particular unit is a weather alert radio. It's got so many features, it's unbelievable. It has a flashlight, it has a warning light, it has an AM/FM radio, and an emergency radio that turns on all by itself.
I want to get this.
And
That's
warns you of the storm. And if the batteries ever give out, you can plug it in, use rechargeable batteries, or you can hand crank it as well.
And before we go, don't forget the surge protector, because these can protect your electronics. Is that correct?
Sensitive electronics, it will save them from being electrocuted, and these go for about $12 to $20.
And for more information, everyone, you can go to acehardwarephoenix.com, find out where the nearest store is near you. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Great information. Hey, no worries.